Hi there, Scorpio. It's Sebastian. I do apologize being a little bit late. I had to finish some assignments for my college. Okay, Scorpio, so back to the reading with what's happening in December. You are having a really great time. There's a lot of happiness, there's a lot of cheerfulness. I think you're a celebrated person. Christmas is coming. You're really into it. You're really digging it. There's a lot of friends and family that you're caring for in this particular time. So you really want to make sure that you're there for them and you're speaking to them and you're just having a really, all up, you're having a really, really great time. And I can see that being awesome for you. And I'm really happy that you're experiencing greatness in your life and that you're experiencing a lot of happiness. You've had a lot of growth and confidence. There's a lot of things happening, coming towards you, and a lot of things that you're experiencing, which you're really happy and grateful for. So it's also a really nice thing to see and encounter in your reading. You're really liking the journey that you've had in life, in particular in the last 3 years. And I'm not too sure why that would be, but you've had a really great journey so far. You've had recent influences like dreams and You've had you've had I think you've had a clarity moment or a moment in time where you've really thought, "I literally haven't had many goals or I haven't really achieved very much in the past few years that I wanted to." So you've had some clarity over, "I kind of need to start achieving more or start doing things a little bit differently or a little bit more, I guess, in a way that's successful to you." You've had in the recent past a lot of community, a lot of love, and you've experienced a lot of accomplishing greatness with friends. Like I think a lot of your friends are successful, a lot of people that you know are successful, and you've had a lot of celebrated moments with them, with their success and understanding how hard they've worked, and with that hard working, what it takes to be successful, you've seen that. And I think that one of the outcomes that you've had in the past, having your head up in the clouds, really not achieving things for yourself, really looking out for others more than you have for yourself. A lot of what's happened is a lot of arguments and there's a lot of leaving people behind because possibly if you were there for someone way too much and they didn't know that you got let down. There was a lot of being let down by significant others or people that you loved and cared about in the past. It says being wise with your money, try to accomplish things that are more solid for you, that are a little bit more tangible for you. And I think you won't feel regret or remorse in the future because that's coming up. That's coming up in the future in relation to achievements and celebrative aspects that you've got to just look after yourself in that arena or in that kind of style is that you've got to save up your money basically. It's saying that in the future you really should look after your compassionate side of yourself. You really should look after your healing and your support. That's being kind to others is usually the most valuable aspect of yourself that you can keep or that you can harness when you are with people. I think Scorpio, you are one of those people that are tender, loving, care individuals that really do look after others more than you do yourself. But remember, there needs to be a fine balance. And I think people let you down in the past. And with that let down, you haven't walked away with it without knowing or without being hurt. Like you've had a lot of hurt in the past. You've had a lot of uh, you know, feeling betrayed, feeling that people had let you down. For no reason though, Scorpio as well, I wouldn't have such high regard of people when you let, like for example, when people let themselves down every day, that you should really put others in a higher regard when they're probably letting themselves down in one way or another. And I think don't put people up in a pedestal is something that we all have to learn at a young age. Um, so when it comes to things, there's a lot of when it comes to you, especially in relationships or with people, there's a lot of mountains to climb, or there's a lot of things that you need to find out for yourself when it comes to commitments, when it comes to other people and relationships. So there's a lot of like understanding people more. something that you have negative feelings about in your past or what's happened to you is just your spirituality. You've had a really negative outlook with your spirituality or what you know of your spirituality, and you would rather not have your spiritual side as much as you do. So you'd rather not have this kind of responsibility or feeling or knowing. Like for example, you rather not go to church on Christmas. That's something that's there for you, is that you would rather have that kind of spiritual side not awaken or not looked at. That's your what you're feeling and what you're sensing for yourself is I would rather not have this spirituality. So when it comes to family and friends, you're really building your roots, your legacy. You're really building something here. You're really wanting something to be stable, and you're really wanting abundance. When it comes to hopes and ideas, there's a lot of there's a lot of need to really focus on your hopes and your ideas and your dreams. There's a real need to really want that for yourself, because I think without that, too much illusion is not going to be good for you, especially during this time. And I think also when it comes to whatever's happened, if there's too much of delusion or not getting things how it's meant to be gotten. So for example, if you know someone just doesn't like you, they don't like you. And that should always be there for you and your thought process that I just don't think this person likes me. They don't. There's a lot of heartbreak if you don't let go of the person from the past, whether it's friends or a relationship or a family member that really hurt you, or you hurt them, whatever, or you did both. Like it could have been both of you guys. Whatever that story is, or whatever that situation is, let it go, because the faster that you do that, the less heartbreak you're going to experience in that situation. And you're also letting new opportunities. You're letting new clean memories and air and feelings through. You get to experience that. You don't get stuck on whatever it was in the past that really upset you. I think that if you were caught up in a relationship in the past, or you're thinking about somebody, let that person go. They've already walked away. And the sooner that you do that, the better for you. I think that with your friends, there's always new beginnings with your friends. There's always new people that are going to come through, and there's always going to be new experiences. Let new experiences come through for you, Scorpio. You deserve it. You're a willing person to learn from your mistakes and learn from others' mistakes. There's all these good things that are happening to you. And I think when you learn to let go of the past and whatever that hurt you in the past, you're going to be incredibly happy and grateful for it. I'll see you next month there, Scorpio.